The future of accountability in nonprofit organizations is increasingly shaped by the convergence of technological, cultural, and normative innovations. While compliance-based models have long dominated the sector, new approaches are emerging that combine digital efficiency with participatory and relational practices. These developments signal a shift in how accountability is understood. It is no longer framed solely as reporting to donors. It is increasingly viewed as a multidimensional process that integrates transparency, empowerment, and ethical responsibility. This article examines recent innovations and future trends in accountability, focusing on technological tools, culturally grounded practices, normative frameworks, and the hybrid models likely to define the sector's trajectory. Technological innovation has significantly transformed accountability mechanisms. Digitalization enables faster, more comprehensive reporting and monitoring systems. Real-time data dashboards allow organizations to track program performance dynamically, reducing delays and supporting adaptive management. Integrated digital platforms consolidate financial, operational, and impact data, enabling organizations to address upward accountability to donors while also enhancing downward accountability to beneficiaries. Blockchain technology represents another development. By creating immutable and verifiable transaction records, blockchain applications offer potential improvements in grant management and supply chain transparency. These tools promise increased trust and traceability. Yet technological mechanisms remain concentrated in resource-rich contexts. Smaller organizations may lack the infrastructure and expertise required to adopt such systems. Moreover, digital efficiency cannot substitute for ethical governance or relational trust. Technology may enhance transparency, but it does not automatically resolve deeper questions of power and legitimacy. Beyond digital tools, accountability is also being redefined through cultural and normative innovations. Indigenous governance practices emphasize relational accountability, reciprocity, and communal responsibility. These traditions challenge compliance-heavy models by situating accountability within social relationships rather than bureaucratic procedures. Feminist approaches further reshape accountability by foregrounding power dynamics and inclusivity. They emphasize the importance of centering marginalized voices and recognizing how accountability structures can reproduce inequality if left unexamined. Participatory grant-making offers another example of innovation. In such models, funding decisions themselves become accountability processes. Communities are not merely recipients of aid. They actively shape resource allocation. This reconfiguration transforms accountability from a reporting mechanism into a shared governance practice. Together, these developments reflect a broader shift away from donor-driven compliance toward context-sensitive and ethically grounded models of accountability. However, innovations also carry risks and unintended consequences. Technological tools may exacerbate inequality by privileging well-resourced organizations and excluding smaller actors. Participatory processes may be vulnerable to elite capture, where dominant voices overshadow those they are intended to empower. Transparency initiatives may devolve into symbolic compliance, prioritizing appearance over substantive change. Digitalization introduces additional ethical dilemmas. Data privacy, informed consent, and surveillance risks become particularly acute in humanitarian and advocacy contexts. The collection and disclosure of data must be guided by careful ethical consideration. These limitations highlight the necessity of embedding innovation within broader ethical frameworks. Innovation alone does not guarantee equity or legitimacy. Looking forward, the trajectory of accountability is likely to be characterized by hybrid models. Such models integrate technological tools with participatory mechanisms and culturally grounded practices. Future frameworks must balance efficiency with inclusivity. Digital platforms may streamline reporting, but they must coexist with mechanisms that ensure meaningful community participation. Relational practices, including trust building and cultural sensitivity, should accompany quantitative data disclosure. Ethical digital governance will become increasingly important. Organizations must develop standards for managing privacy, consent, and responsible transparency. Cross-sectoral collaboration between NGOs, donors, communities, and technology developers will be essential to co-create accountability systems that are context-sensitive and socially just. In conclusion, accountability in the nonprofit sector is undergoing significant transformation. Technological innovations improve efficiency and transparency, yet they must be embedded within relational and ethical frameworks to achieve sustainable impact. Cultural and normative innovations, including indigenous governance practices and feminist approaches, provide critical correctives to compliance-heavy models by emphasizing inclusivity and community voice. For scholars, these developments underscore the importance of integrating digital, cultural, and normative perspectives in accountability research. For practitioners, they signal the necessity of hybrid models that balance compliance with empowerment. Ultimately, innovations in accountability hold the potential to strengthen transparency, legitimacy, and trust. Their success, however, depends on ethical integrity, contextual sensitivity, and sustained critical reflection.